What's up, everybody? 12 days until Christmas, unless you're Hispanic. Then we have 11, but we're getting so much closer, guys. It's so exciting, am I right? So, this is me, your host, Ale, of your fabulous podcast, Sin Vergüenza. And then I'm joined today by
yours truly, Mr. Anonymous.
So, let's go ahead and start off today, this beautiful, lovely morning, with our Christmas question for the week. Okay. So, have you ever made a Christmas list, a wish list, Christmas wish list?
Like what I want for
like
Christmas?
Like a letter to Santa, I guess?
No.
No? I did.
No.
Honestly, my sister usually makes it like December 1st. Like she's on the go. And it's honestly like, I really like that she does make her Christmas list to Santa. Because it makes it so much more easier for us to just buy her like the perfect gift. I always take a picture, take the whole note, and just pick whatever from there. So that's honestly one thing that I for sure would go ahead and like let my kids do. Like if you send me an Amazon wish list, you ain't getting shit off that list. You will sit your little cute ass down and write a letter like we all did. At least some of us.
He's gonna be like, I shared it with Santa Claus on Instagram.
I added him and everything. He's seen it. Hold on. First of all, block that old man that's watching your shit. What's on your wish list this year? Other than a PS5, what's on your wish list this year?
Honestly, I don't really know, just because of the fact that like I have everything that I really want right now. Like there's nothing that has driven my attention that I'm like, "Ooh, I really want that." Other than a car, you guys.
Can't relate. Honestly, I want a jean jacket. I want some shoes. I want some money. If you want to give me a Victoria's Secret gift card, I kind of need some bras right now. I like to rotate my bras out, so it's time for a new rotation, a new look. I feel like every time I have a little like moment where I just gotta go out with the old and with the new in my closet. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I want. Not that I can maybe some pod equipment, that'd be pretty cool. Or maybe something that I can like have for my guests or something for them, like maybe I cannot wait. The plan was to have a little hot cocoa machine for the guests and stuff for when they come. Sadly, like I said, guys, we're taking a break from guests right now, but I cannot wait to have you guys a little cocoa spot for when you come on the podcast. So yeah, that's what I want for Christmas. Let us know what you guys want for Christmas. We're not gonna get it for you or nothing, but
shut that shit down real quick.
Just so y'all know, because
just so you guys can take it off your chest.
Yeah, because Mama don't got that sponsor money yet. Lily's sponsoring us, but she's not that rich. Like, she didn't even get me a present. I'm just kidding, y'all. She do be getting me something. So yeah, sometimes. No, I'm just kidding, all the time. But yeah, guys, let us know what you want for Christmas, or let us know some insane things that maybe your kids have put on their Christmas list. Like, a lot of my friends are saying like with their partners, they're just making Amazon wish lists and just sending it to each other. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and start off with our first segment of the day or the night, whenever you're listening to this. So with this segment is we go on a women's chat room and we go ahead and they give us questions and stuff to learn about our bodies. With this first question, it's a fuck around and let's just fuck around question. The second question, it's let's learn about our body, specifically the women's body. So if you guys want to stick along for the second one, that's on you. Okay. This question's pretty cute today. What's the last thing that made you happy? Share and inspire other community members. Do you want me to go first or you go first?
You go first.
Okay, mine's is pretty easy, guys. I just came from a baby shower with Savannah and we had some pretty good pozole. It's not pretty good. It was super bomb. Shout out to the lady's mama, cause You made this girl pretty happy today. And then I got Dutch Bros with our sponsor. Been a good night, y'all. Been a pretty good night. If we talk about what made me happy before the pozole, I guess I would have to say just being in bed with all our animals. It's all kind of been, it's just been a good weekend, guys. So, maybe like, I guess the biggest thing would have to be like our last trip together. But like right now, the most recent stuff was just having all our animals together because we have cats and dogs and they're barely now getting along. So we've had our first sleepover now where everybody's on the bed and everybody has a spot and chilling. Usually somebody ends up leaving the bed because I guess no, they don't want to cuddle. But that's what makes me happy is now our animals are able to like live in peace. I guess that's been like my highlight of the year for us, honestly, is that our little guys can be together. But
Yeah, that was
yeah,
mine too. It was
and the
pretty
pozole was
cool.
good.
Okay. It was pretty cool just having them all last night chilling on us.
So, what made you happiest last?
Mm.
That Christmas bonus sure made me happy.
Yeah, not
It
gonna
wasn't
lie.
mine though.
The Christmas bonus, probably Friday. The steak that I ate during work.
Notice how the last thing that made us happy was food. It was not like, oh, we spent time with so and so, with each other. It was like, no, I fucked that shit up though. It was really good.
That shit was really good.
Guys, this lady made both colors of pozole. Like, she's superwoman.
Guys, I made some bomb ass steak at work.
Okay, so that's what made us happy last. Let's see what somebody else said. So somebody's answer was my friend and I finished writing the first book in a series of dark fantasy romance. 20-year long dream finally coming to friction. Fruition? I honestly don't know what the fuck it says, guys, if I'm being completely honest. But I think she meant to put friction. Ooh, that's cute. That would be pretty. Damn, that's you and your homegirl talking about some kinky stuff together. I like it. That's cool that you guys can write a book together. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh, my baby." Okay, well, we get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know
Fuck
why
your child.
I don't know why I got so pressed. Somebody said learning that I got approved to be a new homeowner today. Congratulations.
Wish that was me too.
Literally, I was like, well, that's good for you, buddy. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, there's so many cute pets on here, guys. A lot of people shared that. Another girl said, my siblings support me in seeing a therapist, still in the process, and my older sister said she's buying me stuff. Okay. I wish, okay, then I might as well go to therapy if they gonna buy you stuff, lucky. I tried to say I needed therapy and they all said I was insane. No, bitch, I'm just emotional. Okay. Another person said, today my fiance and I decorated the den and the Christmas spirit is very much in the air now. That for sure will always make me happy. Decorating in Christmas. Okay.
I think decorating period makes you happy.
Right? Except for the dads, because they got to do all that shit outside. If you're like me and you're a daddy's girl, I'm a daddy's girl with daddy's girl issues, but our dad, that's one thing I can't take. That man did everything for us. So shout out to all the Mexican dads that were busting their ass out there, or all the dads, period, putting up those lights.
Shout out, Dad. Putting out them lights for somebody else's family.
Okay. My dad or your dad?
My dad.
Oh.
That's why I said for somebody else's family.
Okay. Another person said, ooh, people are sharing a lot of pictures of food too now. Another person said, I was having a rough day at work and my baby, 27 weeks, decided to kick me really hard, and it was perfect reminder that life is not bad at all. So I just enjoyed the moment.
Period.
Would have kicked his ass back.
It's like when you
I'm already having a bad day and you kicking me?
You ever fell and just laughed about it? Because it's like,
no.
For real?
No.
Damn.
You've literally seen me almost fall and I'm literally already in tears. Like,
I've
I didn't even
almost
hit the floor and I'm already crying.
I've almost fell or I've like hit myself and I just had to laugh about it. Like, bro, you're stupid.
Yeah, no. Um,
My lady said I cried about it.
I don't even have to hit the floor. Another girl said, my boyfriend brought me a heating pad today. I've never had one of my own, and now I'm the only woman in the house that gets a period. And I've never had one of my own, and I'm the only, oh yeah, she's the only woman. Bless that man's soul. Bless that man's soul. I was happy the day your grandma gave me hers. Amen.
They're life changers.
Life changers for sure. Some of these dogs are really funny. They look so derpy.
Uh,
One last one. I've been pretty hard on myself the past year and it's been affecting my relationship. I started getting better mentally and feeling good about myself, and my boyfriend told me that that's the girl I know and love so dearly. It felt like the light at the end of the tunnel. And then another girl right on the bottom of her was like Modern Family.
uh,
Same. Honestly, you can never go wrong with Modern Family, guys. That shit was just so funny, cute, and sweet. We're not gonna talk about Alex fucking around with like basically every guy in there though. Or it wasn't Alex. I think it was her other sister. But yeah, guys, let us know what's the last thing that made you guys happy. A lot of people were honestly showing pets and food, and honestly, same. That was basically mine's pets and food. Comment down below or put your 2 cents in the Google form. All right, now for the part where we learn about our bodies. Ladies, I'm pretty sure we've all been here. Men, I'm pretty sure you've put a lady through this before. How to master the condom conversation. Basically, this is a question where it'll basically they basically put it in a way to where it's like if a guy says this when you tell them to wear a condom and they tell you no this way, you could react with them towards this. So basically it starts off by saying that the CDC says that 66% of men use a condom for their first time, but 34% of men don't. So that's just the first time. Honestly, like when boys go out to like get condoms for the first time, like is it most of the time because they like are like, I don't know, they feel like they're gonna get some, or it's just like, dude, you gotta have some for backup?
I feel like a lot of times it's like you have to have some before backup, or you just want to look cool. Like, oh yeah, I need them already. Like, yeah, right.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So if you tell them, do you have a condom, and they hit you with the I can't feel anything with one on, it goes on to saying there's a difference between experiencing reduced sensation and not being able to feel anything at all, says Dr. Pasty. So basically, you just tell them if you don't want to wear it because you can't feel much, then you're not going to feel nothing if you don't wear it. And I think that's the best way to tell somebody.
I think that's the easiest way to tell somebody. Like,
Either
either
you,
wrap it up or you wrap up your stuff.
we're out of here. All right. So if they tell you it makes me lose an erection, that one's actually pretty true, people. But the only reason why they lose their erection is because um they're using the wrong condom size. So it'll be either too tight or too loose. Most of the time it's a little too tight, and that's why it causes them to have to lose their erection. But um earlier you did say that it's because like it's kind of awkward sitting there and putting it on. We've all been there where we just gotta sit there and watch this dude put on the condom, and you're just like do rolling it.
Is it awkward for you guys too, or no?
Um,
Because you guys are just watching that person just kind of like slip the glove on, basically.
literally, cause like I mean, I don't think it's awkward as much. I think like it's more awkward for you guys, I guess, cause we're watching you, and maybe that's why it's like because y'all get nervous. But either way, guys, there's you could just he could put it on and then just do a little something, get it back up, and it'll just tuck that bad boy back in there.
You guys be like, "Oh my god, is that your aunt?" And then as soon as they turn around, you
Oh.
slip it on, so they ain't looking at you.
So, and if you're on birth control and they try to hit you with the, you're protected, so it's fine. That's not true because you birth control is still some chance of you maybe getting pregnant, but there's no chance of it protecting you from an STD. So,
You hit him with that. I don't know if your dick is clean or not, boy. You better wrap it up.
and if they tell you that you won't get pregnant if they pull out, just know that there's a thing of pre-cum, and pre-cum's a bitch. And for a lot of the times, it says right here that men can't really plan the time right. So, um, they even said that sperm was present in pre-cum 41% in 41% of participants. So, yeah, guys, pre-cum will get you, and most of the time people get pregnant simply just by the pre-cum. So, just watch out. Plus, it's like if they try to just ejaculate in you, now that we know the word, it could still cause some STIs because you don't know what's going on in their little bodies. So, these are just some ways that if they try to tell you not to wear a condom, this is what you fucking say. And you have the statistics here that we told you today, percentages and everything. Make him feel real stupid because you hit him with the facts and with the numbers.
Nothing. I agree.
Period. If the men say it, they say it. He has no excuse now. Signed and quoted by a man. Let us know your guys' answers and what you guys think about this in the Google Forms or comment down below. Okay. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about Squid Games, guys. If you guys haven't watched it, not trigger warning, spoiler warning. And we're talking about the Squid Games challenge with the real people, not like the scary pa 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 one, okay? So, like I said, just be prepared, guys, because we're gonna drop some tea about it. We just finished watching it last night or 2 days ago.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't give me enough time to fucking watch it before you spoiled it on Instagram, by the way. Anyways, let's talk about it. So, go ahead and tell me how you thought Squid Games was and what's your whole intake of it all. Or do you want me to go first?
I thought it started off pretty cool. Like it, seeing the first game be red light, green light, just like the show was. It actually had me like really
And
interested.
big as it too.
Yeah, like it had me really interested in like what was gonna go on and like what challenges were gonna go on. Cause I knew like certain ones they couldn't do, like when there were 3 left and you had to kill one. Like obviously they couldn't kill that person, you know. But
What
I
do
was
you
like,
mean?
in the actual Squid Game show, like at the end of the dinner, they told them like one of you guys has to like won't make it through the night, basically.
Mhm.
And that's when the friend basically went over there and killed the girl.
Oh really? I don't honestly remember the actual Squid Game.
Yeah, like
I hella forgot it.
everybody kept the knife and they were like, no, like we're not gonna do it, whatever, whatever. And
Oh.
the friend went over there throughout the night and like stabbed her to death. And
Really?
yeah, like once the thing rang, the main character was all shocked, like what the fuck, like why are they coming in? And they took her out, and he started fucking crying. He was like, no, no, like, and he basically got pissed off at his friend about it. So, and like the last one, wasn't it like,
Guys, I blocked this out because the actual Squid Games just gave me so much anxiety. It was good
yeah,
though. It was good. I give it that.
um, but I didn't like the fact that throughout the show it was like a lot of you're basically choosing who to
Yeah,
eliminate.
they gave these guys a little too much power. Like I feel like a lot of the times it was not like enough challenges. Like yeah, there were challenges, but it wasn't like physical challenges at least. Which I
Well,
guess it makes it fair in a way.
I thought it wasn't like physical or like psychologically that it was a challenge, because it was like choose who you want to eliminate, and it's like you're gonna choose the people you don't know or the people that were rude or whatever the fact, you know. Like
Mhm.
it wasn't like
There was
play.
really a dog eat dog world in there though, for everybody saying, "Oh, we're a team, we're a team." It wasn't nobody but Gambu gang out here that was actually playing the team role, and the father and son 301, and I think his
The
mom was
father and
302.
mom.
Oh yeah, father and mom.
Yeah, so
Everybody else was fake playing because they all ended up stabbing each other in the back at one point. Even the girls when they made that whole alliance.
I feel like that shit was just so dumb. Like you guys know you weren't gonna keep your word to it because like a lot of them knew that Amanda, which was player 19, I believe, um, that she was basically trying to take that lead role, and a lot of them were like, "Well, we don't want her to have the lead role. Like, why is she being the leader, basically?" And it felt like just so dumb to even try. Like, I understand try, but it's like I don't know.
I don't think it was dumb to try for a girl alliance. Okay, I think it was 50-50. 50-50 if like you guys really had each other's backs, but it's like in that situation it probably is super dumb because it's like everybody really is all for themselves, and especially when it's a whole team of girls. Like girls are more known to like stab each other in the back if we're being honest, cuz dude, honestly so much shit can happen between homies, and as long as you box it out, I'm pretty sure they're good, but bitches hold grudges forever, and I'm part of those bitches. Trust me. Um like that last time, guys, I was talking shit about that girl that was from middle school. Yeah, the one that was drinking that beer. Trust me, we hold grudges. Um,
So, who was your least favorite?
I think it was player 097 or what 97. Her name is Jada. The only reason why I didn't like her is because she wasn't the only one either that did it, but most of the time she was just like in a lot of drama, which a lot of them were dramatic, like spreading cheese man stuff. Like I get there's one thing like everybody's doing it, but there's another thing where people are literally trying to pin people against each other, because there was a lot of instigators in there. I would have done good. Anyways, um, her because when player and honestly it both of these people ended up like, I'm not even mad that she did it to this fool because I didn't like him either. Player 198 Hussian. With player 198, it was pissing me off how he just kept standing by the phone, and I was like, we get it, bro, you want to eliminate him, like if you feel threatened by him, just say that. Like it was player 432, and I'm pretty sure we all know player 432, the jock or whatever. I'm still like, I don't know how I feel about that dude. Like,
Honestly, like at the beginning of it, just because, like he said, he has so much.
no, there's some points where it was like he was just a bully.
No, no,
He
no.
was literally just a fucking bully. You
I
can't even
know.
say I'm so full of confidence. No, you're a fucking bully.
Well, yes, I understand that, but it was like, it is a game where you have to play against people not just physically but mentally, and I feel like out of all of them, when the situation was when they won the burger with Hasyan, that's his name, right?
Uh-huh.
When he won the burger and that one girl that you're saying that you don't like,
Yeah,
play,
when she took the whole burger. But it wasn't
yeah.
just her, like everybody rushed him for his food. Like that's when I seen that. Like don't get me wrong, I seen that people were already breaking in the game. At the end of every challenge, people were crying, shaking, hyperventilating. Like people were really feeling the emotions of this fucking game. Like it cracked them the way the regular Squid Games did. So it's like I get like I seen that, but once I seen them attack that man for his food, it was just like, dude, like you guys need to relax. Like that shit was like exact. That's the only time I agreed with the fucking jock. Like, what's his number?
It was player.
Bryden, player 432. Like when I seen 432, like say y'all are fucking disgusting or whatever he said. That's the only time I ever agreed, because it was like, don't get me wrong, I didn't like yeah, I didn't like him. Like I said, I didn't like him, player 198, for so many reasons, but like that's still so nasty in people to just like, it was sad, but it was like, dude, like you guys swear, like, I mean, they did look like they were feeding them small portions, but it's like you never know. What if they did all on purpose? Because it's like, dude, we can't fill these people up, because then it's like they're gonna either like have issues playing the game or something, you
Well,
know?
I felt like they try to keep it more realistic to the game,
Mhm.
and I did kind of understand like where he was coming from, the jock at least, because it's like the player 9198, like even though he was standing right there next to the phone, and even though like it was a possibility of him getting eliminated, he still was the only one like answering the phone back to back. He was trying to like,
See what's going on.
yeah, basically, and he took that chance of either getting eliminated or, like he said, thankfully getting a burger. And like, what sucked most about it was he was holding the plate, so he actually didn't even get a single bite out of like his actual
I
burger.
think he only got like one burger because they gave him two.
No, he didn't even get a burger. I
He took a
believe. I think
box of
he.
something.
Oh yeah, but like he didn't get none of his fries. Like it's just like disgusting in a way to see that shit happen.
I would have instantly just dropped that shit and stomped on it. You know, I'm not gonna eat it anyways. Fuck all of you.
Cause that shit's just, I don't know. It really
For me, it was just like,
was
damn,
like,
the game
wow.
cracked y'all that much. Like, seriously. But then it's like you see everybody else just sitting there watching. Like, once I seen the players as in shock as I was like, dude, like, so it's not just me. Like, cause it doesn't look good either. It does
Yeah.
not look good.
And going back to Mabu game, that's who I was actually rooting for player 243 to win the whole situation, because I felt like he was honestly the nicest one out of all of them in my opinion.
There's honestly a couple nice ones.
He helped like the old man stay within the game as long as he could, and it kind of sucked the fact that they got eliminated just for having that alliance between each other.
I was so scared when they put them together to go cut the fruit or something or make orange juice. I forgot. And the old man ended up winning a chocolate.
Oh yeah.
That part, I was like, dude, like, no fucking way. Because I honestly was rooting for the old man.
That's
once
when
I
they
seen
went
him
to
play in the
play.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I see him playing the game, I was like, fuck, bro. Like, you're out. You're going to be out. That's it.
Well, actually, the old man was the only one that was actually doing good on the game. That's why I felt bad for the other guy.
I loved how he was still showing him, though. Like, no, do it like this.
Yeah, like showing him how to play
Like,
and
because
shit.
you never know. I probably could have eliminated him. He probably had that thought in his head, too. But he's like, this is how you're supposed to do it.
It was cool just for them
I
to
love
like
the Mabu gang.
them play, and like you said, they at the end of it they really didn't understand if it was gonna be a challenge or not. And when they were just like, "Oh, you won something for yourself," like the old man was cool enough to be like, "Hey, here, like we're gonna go back and we'll share it together," you know, like that was pretty cool of him.
Before we get jumped for this little brick.
Yeah, it was honestly like the whole game was pretty fucking crazy just to see how humanity would break down.
I'm honestly surprised nobody was like, after everybody ate that burger, I was like, dude, they're for sure gonna go after the mom and son sooner or later. But I'm so surprised that nobody messed with them.
I felt like it was mostly because they stood out of everybody's way, and they were like not really rude to anybody, not really like trying to get under anybody's skin or nothing. And for the most part, they were like, there weren't situations where they were helping each other out that much. Like they stayed as a group, sure, but they weren't really threatening in a way to anybody else throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. Right now you just said what did you say right now? Where they were starting shit between people.
Yeah.
I want to. This is somebody who I really thought was starting shit with everybody. Player 161, Lorenzo, other than Jada. But player 161, this fool, oh my God. He did some grimy shit too. He was the one that was stealing food and ended up leaving somebody without a meal. Because he hid his first plate and then went back for another one.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing that. Somebody, pobrecito, like, whoever didn't grab their fucking food, I really hope they gave him some, which obviously they're gonna have to, you know. But it was just like so fucking. And honestly, Jada was over here talking shit about him. Like, girl, you stole a whole ass burger from a man, like a flock of pigeons or some shit at the beach. Like,
You're right.
You're not one to talk. And so, yeah, he was also one of those shit talkers where he was going to other people talking shit about everybody. And then what's that? There was this boy. Let me see. So yeah, Lorenzo was talking a lot of shit. He was starting a lot of shit. And honestly, I wasn't there for it. Cause it's like, dude, like, why are you trying to fight with everybody? Like, that's literally the dumbest shit you can do. Cause everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, he said this. So it's all gonna lead back to you, dude. What goes around comes around. Let's keep it hot. Another person, I'm just calling out all the instigators because I'm an instigator myself. Another person who was really like out here okay. This fool literally eliminated or tried to eliminate somebody on his own team alliance. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, and you're gonna go tell everybody it's player 141 Dash. Um, Dash basically went after his captain of the group and then went to go tell other teams that he was going after her. Like, on the dumbest shit you could possibly do. Tell everybody your fucking plot. Like, excuse me, sir.
I feel like after he got eliminated and like once he was walking out, he like told everybody, "Oh, all these players have an alliance together. This shit's
He
going
started
down."
snitching everybody
He
out.
let like everything out right when he was walking out. And I was like, "Damn, fool! Like, you could have just left it as is, but you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to just have something to back it up." Like, which don't
Drama.
get me wrong, like he did tell the truth and all, but it was unnecessary as fuck. Like, I feel like in those games, like, you know how when they got deleted,
Off the
they
board
have
and
to
stuff.
like no, they had to drop down and like pretend they were dead.
Uh-huh.
Basically, I feel like they had to do the same thing in that situation. Like, you can't say anything after that.
Oh, I don't necessarily think they can't say nothing, but
Well, I mean, I think it was only what at the end when they were playing the marbles that they were able to like say something after that.
Marvels was pretty intense. That's when everybody fucking. I think throughout this whole game, a lot of people were just fucking having a lot of huevitos to be stubborn.
Yeah,
A lot
because
of
the
people.
marbles game when that guy was like, "I won't play nothing unless it's physical." Like, bro, you're really scared of a fucking mental game? Like, come on now.
A lot of people like. I don't know. It just shows like when you're put in that situation, people started off genuine, and then they ended like basically how they say dog eat dog.
I feel like yes and no because like Trey, which was the son of in the situation, he was. Oh, here you go, baby. I felt like Trey was the one player that from the beginning to the end was like noble as fuck, and
Oh,
that
301.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that
He
fool
was the one I
kept it
wanted
down.
to win. I wanted him to win. I didn't like I was okay if his mom won, but I really wanted him to win cuz he was just so nice and such a how do you call it? A player's player or a team player or some shit
He
like
was
that.
a team player. Like I feel like he was actually pretty fucking genuinely nice to everybody. And if I'm being honest, like I wanted him to win after the guy from Mabu Gang got deleted. I wanted him to win and shit, but I felt like it was so fucked up that that girl wouldn't fucking cross him on the bridge and then expected other people to fucking go in front of her. Like,
Yeah, no, I think at the end everybody really ended up hating her. I seen so many people talking shit about her in real life. I wonder like if people are gonna go up to these people in real life and give them comments. You should have fucking gone. Why are you stealing food? I seen you cry, you little pussy.
well, I mean, I feel like
That's not what I'm saying to them. I'm like, this
just because you
people,
watched it and like that's the energy you got off of those
yeah,
people,
like,
like
dude, people were bullies in there. I would not be able to mentally or physically handle that shit.
I'd be bullying the fuck out of everybody, to be honest. Either like you're gonna play nice or you're gonna bully people, and like if it comes to the situation where you know somebody's gonna crack, like you might as well take that upper hand.
Might as well bully them till they crack.
Well, yeah, basically because it's a mental game. Like you have to be able to break down people mentally to where you know you can beat them. Because a lot of situations, like
Like
it is,
I feel she did that.
yeah, like it's corny as fuck. But like if you put your mind to it, you could really win some shit. Like you could really like do whatever it is that you need to do.
I think honestly, I wasn't rooting for Mai. She showed up out of nowhere for me, but once I seen how she would just sit back and watch everybody and literally just analyze the whole room and really like a lot of people would ask for help and all this and that, mostly from her, but it's like she really just like was so in tune with herself that she knew exactly what the fuck to do and how to manipulate any situation that she wanted to.
I felt like she, like you said, she did come out of nowhere and shit. But I felt like if it wasn't for TJ player 182, that basically took like captainship over the team throughout most of it. I felt like if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't really get that far. Like he helped her out through most of the games. he gave her when they were crossing the bridge, he was actually player 1, so he was the first one to actually go ahead and get eliminated, and he gave
I
her
didn't think that was
spot
gonna happen that
20.
fast.
I didn't either. I honestly, when he stood on it and like it stayed there for a second, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, thank God he made it through. And then it like slipped through. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck!" Like,
I think that's when that game was where a lot of our favorites were out.
and I felt like so sketchy because like you seen it from a side view, but you never seen what was under it, so you don't know if there was a net or like.
That one was scary. That for sure had to have been in that, but it was still like,
Well, I
ooh,
wonder if it was
I
like
would
a
have peed
net
on that box.
or a fucking like those platforms that when you fall like a bouncy house kind of platform.
Oh, okay, like with the little foam ball pits or
Yeah.
some shit like
Like
that.
I wonder what it was under there, cause it was like even when you seen it from a top view, kind of,
It was
it
pitch
was
black.
black. Yeah, like that was pretty cool.
It gave off the effect like it was high as fuck. It probably was like 2-3 feet.
What was your favorite like challenge of all of them, or the one that you were kind of like, damn, like that one was actually pretty cool?
Um,
And I don't mean like
kind.
none of the original ones, like
I liked the one where they have to put the box on there.
the box.
The box on the desk, like seven
Oh,
heads up,
okay,
7
okay,
Up. I would like that because if it's like I've been trying to be more like intuitive with people and read off their energy and just pay more attention to how people treat me. So that was truly all based on a lot of games were intuition, I think. So
I felt like that was the one game that it wasn't more like necessarily intuition. It was more like who can keep a poker face, who can actually.
I cannot actually I take that back. I cannot keep a poker
Because
face.
my that's why Mai was so good at that game, because she was like, dude, like
She
that's what I
works in
do
that.
for a living. Like I have to analyze people. So for her it was like so easy. Like she's basically a detective and it was so easy for her to do it. But that's where I actually felt like Phil, who was the last person to get eliminated and made it all the way out through Mai. His number
He was in
was,
a limb. Oh, when they were the last two.
yeah, he made it to the last two, and I felt like he was actually part of like the casting members, or
Like
not the
he was an
casting, but
actor.
an actor. Yeah, I paid actor because it was like no way you found out who it was twice in a row,
He didn't
back
even
to
take time
back.
to think about it. But then
Yeah,
again, I can't. I keep thinking about all these little spots where there. I'm like, oh, at this time it maybe took too long or it was too fast or all this and that. But then I think about, okay, how did it really happen? Because this is basically an edited version of everything. So what's been taken out and what's been like
I felt like
manipulated? Because like there's a lot of times where like you're watching reality TV, um, and like people will edit it to where maybe they don't change the words that you say, but they change around the conversation to make it say what they want to say.
well,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
understand that, but I feel like in that situation there wasn't much of like spots where they could have edited it.
Mhm.
And the way that he made it seem so dramatic, and then when he revealed
Oh,
who it
homeboy
was,
really made a scene with
it
his
was like,
answer.
damn, bro, like it kind of seemed like too played out, in my opinion. For me, it was the
I think there was
battleships.
paid actors. Okay, with the
I
battleships,
felt like that was the coolest one.
who's that one girl that was like, "Oh, I can be captain. This is like," she was all like, "Oh, I can be captain. This is my childhood game. We play this all the time."
I felt like she was like ass at that game completely. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Hunger, I don't think you ever played that shit a day in your fucking life.
Like she was like, "Oh yeah, I played it this week myself," but I felt like she was so bad at it. Like her team got eliminated the fastest.
And I think it was player 18, guys. B, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that tried to be the captain for it. I remember her having dyed hair, and that girl has dyed hair.
I think it might have been her.
But whatever girl led that one team for the people in battleships, yeah, homegirl, I think she was lying to y'all, to be honest. I think she really just wanted the feeling of people rooting for her, you know? Trying to be like, they ended up going down, no? Yeah, cuz that's when the other team won. Um how about you guys? Let us know what you guys thought about Squid Games the challenge. Drop a comment or put in the Google Forms your 2 cents. Let us know who you wanted to win, who you hated, What was something dramatic? What was something that you would want to do? Or how would you exactly do a certain game? Anything you have to say about this shit, drop it down below or put it in the Google form. Now, sorry, did you have anything to say about that at the end?
The last thing I had to say was, shout out to that one chick that was fucking squatting during red light, green light.
Poor girl.
Bro,
she literally said, "Why the fuck did I squat?"
The fact that she squatted as long as she did, like, oh my god, your thighs must have been burning. Like, I felt like she was crying not just because of the fact that it's like, damn, that was the first challenge.
She was crying because it hurt.
Like, the pain on her thighs, I could only imagine. Like, holy fuck.
Okay. Now, let's go ahead into our final segment of the night. So, our second segment. Getting too carried away. With this segment is we go ahead and talk about any dreams that we've had recently or any dreams that we've had in the past. And I'm talking about sleep dreams, guys. Not no freaking I dream to be a millionaire, but I dream about that both ways too. So, do you have a dream?
I actually don't this week.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. I already told my man this dream. Usually I don't tell him my dream. No, I still tell you before we record, or don't I? I think I stopped now.
You stopped telling me your dreams.
Okay, because we say it on the podcast, but this time I had to see his reaction before I went ahead and told him my dream. So basically, I had this dream where I was watching. In my head, I thought I was watching porn. But Savannah later on put two and two together for me and figured out exactly what I was doing in this dream. So basically, I'm watching people. Honestly, I don't know what people, guys. I don't know like what genders. I'm pretty sure though that it was 3 people. And so I'm watching them do the deed or whatever. Keep in mind, I am not there. I cannot see myself. Like, I'm just watching these people get to it. I've never had a dream like this. I didn't watch anything like that before I went to sleep. I literally had woken up, and I don't know if I took you to work that day or not, but I literally had woken up and then I went back to sleep and then I just had that fucking dream. So like I didn't see nothing. I literally just like got in the car and played music and went back home. So it's like how this came to light, I don't know, but I was literally just watching people, and then not in a creepy way, like I was right there, but like I said, I couldn't see myself. So I called Savannah and I tell her, I was like, dude, like, oh, okay, I'm not done actually. So in my dream though, I can feel a good sensation. Like if in my physical body, I'm feeling good. Like I literally, like in my dream, I don't know how I was doing this, but basically I was talking to myself in my dream. Like my subconscious was like, are you fingering yourself right now? But I knew I was asleep. I was like, dude, no way. Like I'm sleeping right now. And I was like, am I fingering myself right now? TMI, guys. TMI. But this is for the podcast. So there is no TMI when it comes to having you guys. So we're out here seeing vergüenza. So yeah. Went ahead and I felt good. I was feeling really good. And then I woke up. And when I woke up, like I was like, I literally had to check myself because I'm like, dude, was I literally doing this to myself? And I wasn't. I was sleeping on my stomach. There was no way for me to do it. And so like I literally just like I still felt good. So I don't know if Savannah told you guys this on the podcast, but she's had orgasms in her sleep. And then we started talking about, or at least if you guys heard it, how there's actually a thing where people do have orgasms in their sleep. I have never been lucky enough to have that until now. So at least that's what I think happened. So when I told Savannah this, I was like, dude, I'm pressed because like I wasn't even nowhere in this fucking dream. Like, why am I just watching these people? And she's like, oh, it's just because you were the cameraman. So honestly, once she said that, I'm like, I probably fucking was a cameraman. Like, what else would I be doing watching these people? Like,
you were out here creepy as fuck watching them through the window.
No,
and
like
shit?
I was literally right in front of them. Like they were right here. That's why I was like, dude, like, am I watching porn and doing shit to myself? But I was asleep. But it was so crazy to me how I was like talking to myself
Subconsciously.
Yes. And I was like, dude, like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't have to write this dream down, guys, because trust me, it had me like fucked up in a good way and a bad way. It had me up and stuck. So that's my dream, guys. So let me know what you think in the Google Forms. And you yourself can go ahead and drop your dream in the Google Forms so we can read it here on the podcast. It's 100% anonymous, again, in the Google Forms. So, or you can comment down below and we'll all read it together in the comments. All right. That's that. Now, oh, you guys, it's 12/12. Congratulations. I wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and I hope you get all. Oh, no, that's 8 wishes on New Year's. I hope you get an extra, whatever, do the math, 12 wishes. So, right now that it's Christmas, I know neither of us have like anything with like stepchildren, anything like that, or like are you and your brother considered stepbrothers? Like
Half
technically?
half brothers.
What is, oh, a stepbrother is when both parents are different, no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so um I don't even consider y'all half brothers. That whole part where it's half is pretty fucking stupid. Y'all came out the same coochie, y'all are brothers. I get there's different dads, but
I think
it's like you came out the same coochie. You're at least that's my opinion.
somebody explained it to me one time like that too, and they're like, I think it's only half when it's like the mom is different but the dad's the same.
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense to me. You guys literally came out the same thing. I think you're whole. But that's just my hot take. So, um what do you think about people getting stuff for like their like like stepchildren, or maybe like,
For
let's say,
Christmas?
or let's say like you were to have a kid and my mom would be like, and I had my own kid, like, or we and you had a kid and then you had your own kid before me, and it's like if my mom and dad were to just buy our kid a present and not your other kid a present, like, what is that with all the steps? Like, do you think that you should buy the stepchildren, grandkids, whatever, a present, or
I feel like you should. Like, I wouldn't necessarily invite somebody over if I didn't have a gift for them, because then it's like you're just chilling there, you seeing everybody else open up their gift, you're seeing everybody else like smiling and shit, and like, especially if it's a kid, like just sitting in the
it's already
corner,
making me sad.
like just sitting in the corner not getting a gift or nothing is pretty fucked up. So I feel like
You already feel fucked up when you know you have presents there, but you haven't opened one yet. Have you ever had it to where you're opening one and they're like, you know what? Hey, look for one for so and so. They haven't opened a gift. I've been in that position. It sucks.
I usually try to wait until I'm like the last one, because it's cool just to watch everybody just open what they have. In a lot of situations, like I have a big family, so every kid in there just opens up everything at the same time. So
They're
you
all
don't
like
know who the
little
fuck got what.
Tasmanian devils.
They really are, and especially like I have a like one of my uncles has 4 boys, and they are the most fucking handful kids in the whole fucking world. Like I swear. But they're basically just like that. Like they'll grab the wrapping paper and be throwing this shit up to like the ceiling. It's like holy shit. But
Honey, you're almost smacking Santa with that shit. Relax.
right. But yeah, I feel like it's fucked up if you don't get a gift from somebody and your brother does or your sibling does. Like,
What about for like, not like the couples, but their families? Like,
either way, like I feel like it's messed up, because you know that couple has their own kid and a separate kid.
honestly, that we're talking about this right now, it gave me a little flashback. This was one of my favorite teachers. It was Miss. I don't remember her name, but if you
Put
went
her
to
business out there. Put her business.
I don't know her. I forgot her name, but if you ever went to Hollingsworth Elementary School, she was an older lady with gray short hair, but she was super tall. Always wore jeans. Always wore sneakers, and like a button up. Sweet old lady. I loved her. I had her 2 years. She was like teaching second grade and then taught us fifth grade. I luckily had her both years. Basically, I don't know. I guess homegirl was just venting to us one day, and she ended up telling us like, Oh, actually, I don't let my kids see their grandma because she had her first kids in her first marriage and then had kids with her husband. And I guess the husband's mom wouldn't get her other son like a present or something. It would give their child something, and she would be like, yeah, no, she would literally let my son watch the other kid just open the gift and tell him you can't have one because you're not a part of my family. And so what she basically did was took away the grandma's like generic grandchild.
Right.
She took him away and she's like, if you can't treat my boys as equals, then you can't see your grandson.
I feel like
I don't
that's how it
blame
should
her.
be. Yeah, of course. No, fuck that.
I think I even agreed with her when I was little. I was like, period, miss. I didn't tell her that, but I know I was like, yeah, that's messed up.
I heard on the radio that like some guys, what's it called? Mother-in-law does the same to like their kid, and instead of putting up like pictures of them as a family, like they took a picture of them with just that one son,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the picture like she has hanging everywhere, and like nothing of this kid, and like kind of puts him aside a lot. And like, don't get me wrong, I understand like why you would like. They're not necessarily your child's kid and all,
Are you gonna do
but
that if they adopt the kid too? Like,
that's what I'm saying. But it's also like the simple fact of in the other household, you don't know if they're treating your grandchild the same way. I hope you wouldn't want them to treat your grandchild the same way. I hope you'd want them to treat your grandchild as part of their
oh,
family, you know?
when they go to the other
To
step family and stuff,
Yeah, and it's
or the
like
family of the stepchild. I don't know.
so
Too many
it's
steps.
right. So it's kind of like treat people like you would want your family to be treated, you know? And
I can't believe people really have that much of a cold, nasty heart to be like that to fucking children. Like, that's disgusting. If you don't like the person that your family or whatever's friend is dating, like keep it at that person. But the children literally have nothing to do with it. When people drag kids into it, I will get disrespectful with you because you're disgusting.
I feel like even if you get the kid just something small, something from the 99-cent store, just something that he can open up
Right,
and like,
not feel left out.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's fucked up just giving them a bad Christmas. Like in that situation where it's every single year that you go over there, like you wouldn't want to go anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's talk about how crazy Vegas went this weekend for the NBA. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll try to go ahead and just insert all these clips. But there's basically on top of the stratosphere, they put a big ass fucking, what is that called?
A
A
basketball hoop,
basketball hoop. It's called a board too, no? Something
a
board.
backboard.
There you go. A whole basketball hoop with the backboard and everything on top of the stratosphere. They basically what's that one girl, that blue girl on the strip that's from New York?
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. She's over here rolling a ball on her finger, guys.
That bitch is doing a better job than I ever have.
I don't know how the fuck they did that. That's pretty intense how they put that up there. The Paris had a big ass inflatable basketball on top of their signs. Like,
Jesus.
it looks so huge. There was advertisements everywhere, guys. Like, I love, like, I get all kinds of cities have this shit already, but it's like I feel like when Vegas comes out with their shit is like we gotta go above and beyond and be pizzazzy and cute and
I feel like Vegas
show off.
like really puts themselves out there on anything and everything. Like even when we got the Raiders, like our Statue of Liberty had the fucking a big ass
Raiders
jersey.
shirt, like
The fucking
that was so cool.
the fucking lion inside the MGM I think had a fucking jersey on too. Like it's just they are so much about everything coming into the city, and like this city is
We're so
actually
proud
growing.
of it.
That it's like, yeah, we're proud of as fuck to have everything coming into our city and everything going good for our city. Like, don't get me wrong, it is expanding. There is a lot of fucking traffic nowadays. Like, it
I'm
does
still
suck.
here for it.
But yeah, basically I am too, because there is like
We also ain't got money to go nowhere else, y'all. I'm just kind of kidding.
every place is like, oh, well, we're this strong or we're that strong, but like Vegas has shown you like united, like
Yeah.
they've been united really well with everything going on and like everything happening. And even like in positive ways, like everybody here goes so fucking wild when the Golden Knights win. They fucking, I know every
Throw
city
block
does for
parties,
them, but it's
throw
like
gate something. No,
I
it's
forgot.
called gate something for those type of parties too.
But it's like we never really seen Vegas go this all out, and with everything coming into Vegas, with us being like back to back to back fucking in the finals for hockey and shit, it's like it really gets popping.
So yeah, guys, if you guys didn't see that, there was that clip for you anyways. Shout out to everybody that does everything that they do to go ahead and set all this cool shit up in Vegas. Even like guys, our trees are back after F1. So shout out to the whoever the fuck put the trees back. Like Vegas is starting to look a little bit more like Vegas again. So
For all you just like my lady that were out here fucking freaking out about, we want our trees back, we want the fountain back, we want all this shit back. Thankfully it is coming back and all, but it's like y'all weren't making a big deal about when it was here. Y'all weren't being like, oh my god, our trees are so nice. Now were you? So it did.
I don't go down to the strip anymore. I really don't. But all right, guys. So there's a quick little shout out to our lovely city. Now let's go ahead and jump into what happens.
I'm gonna keep on the run. I'm gonna have me some fun. It cost me my very last dime.
All right. So basically, all we want to ask couples is, what's one secret you've never told your partner before? And it's for a podcast. You won't know the podcast, nor his answer, and vice versa.
Honestly, I feel like there's no secrets. Like, I'm really, like, a really open person. So honestly, like,
Okay.
yeah.
How about an embarrassing moment, either like before you met him or while you're with him that you never told them before?
Oh, me falling down the stairs in middle school.
Why? What happened? Like somebody pushed you or what happened?
No, it was me just being clumsy. So,
Right? Was it in front of people or?
oh, yes, a lot of people that I know.
Don't tell me you got recorded.
No.
Oh, that's good. At least it's not evidence.
I know.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
So the question is, what is one secret that you have kept from her so far?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one. I feel like I haven't kept any secrets, you know, because if she don't ask, then it's not a secret.
Right. What about an embarrassing moment that you don't want to tell her?
Well, you know, we haven't been together that much, but I mean, one thing is that I pooped my pants when I was like super young, so I don't tell nobody that, you know.
No, I feel that. I wouldn't either.
All right, sweet, thank you.
So basically, I just want to ask couples, what's one secret you've never told your partner before? Like I said, you won't know his answer, he won't know your answer.
I don't know, to be honest.
All right. What about one embarrassing moment, whether it was while you guys were together or before you guys even met?
Okay, so I have a dog, right? No, this is my embarrassing moment. I have 2 girl dogs and like to eat like my underwear area. Long story short, I went to the gym and I'm doing leg press and I didn't know that my dog was chewed on my workout pants and I wasn't wearing underwear. I was doing leg press and a guy had to tell me that I had a hole in my private part. I was commando.
Wait, so
crazy.
you didn't notice you had a fucking breeze in your coochie?
No,
at
I
the
didn't
gym?
feel it. I didn't feel it. I was so into my workout.
That was a good ass fucking workout. You're over here on the benches and shit, all sweaty, and
you
you're
know, like the leg press?
yeah.
So I had a hole there because my dog.
Oh my god! And he's seen the
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, you have a hole right there."
girl. Fuck, that is mad embarrassing. I
never
see.
went back- I go to LVC, so I never went back
go
to.
there too.
I didn't go back to that location ever again.
I go there too. I'm gonna see your poster on the wall
I
and
didn't
shit.
tell him that. I never told him that.
Oh shit. Okay, you appreciate it.
So the question is, what is one secret that you have kept from her so far? And she won't know your answer and you won't know her answer, so.
I kind of don't like her no more.
Really? Damn. What about an embarrassing moment you haven't told her?
I thought it was well question.
Oh, that's true. Thank you, though.
Hey, where the cameras at, though?
And that was our couples from What Happens in Vegas, a segment where we go around asking couples in Vegas what's one secret you've never told your partner or one embarrassing moment. So, you go first or I go first on what we think about it.
So on the first couple, to be
Okay.
honest, they were fucked up.
They
Like,
were
drunk.
really faded, guys, but they were still holding their composure.
They weren't like moving around or anything like that.
You know they was getting jiggy with it.
He didn't really give me no backstory to how he pooped himself, but
Isn't that our second one? Wasn't there one in the last week's episode too?
Yeah, this is our second one. You guys keep count of them, but dude, I honestly, when he told me, like, and I answered to him, I wouldn't tell nobody that either. Like, I really wouldn't, because it's like, it is embarrassing and all. Like, as a kid, it's not as embarrassing. Once you're an adult, it's like, if you do it as an adult, that is pretty fucking embarrassing. But don't get me wrong,
It
like,
is.
I had my own boss pull up to work and be like, "Oh shit, I was leaving back home," which we're an hour drive away, you guys. And he literally came back from the freeway and said, "I had to come back because I shit myself." Meantime, one of my uncles.
Meantime, there's like a whole big ass gas station down there that he could have gone to.
Yeah, meantime, one of my uncle's mom came from Missouri, and she basically walked around like our work area with him. He gave her a tour of like our greenhouse and shit with shit in his pants, and then went to clean up. So it's kind of like, there is people they get embarrassed by, and then there's people they like have no fucking filter.
When it came to his girlfriend, I felt like, damn, dude, like I've fallen, but I've never fallen in front of people. At least not that I can remember. Maybe the trauma made me hide some shit before, but she was all like, "Oh yes, a lot of people that I know." I was like, "Fuck, bro!" Like, the way she was responding was like, "Yup, it's as bad as you think it was."
I feel like I never fell in front of anybody. I've caused people to fall before.
You're a fucking asshole.
Well, okay.
I hated those people that would come up behind people and like kick the back of their shins
Oh,
so they could like.
I was always that.
I've
type
had some of
person.
my friends do that, and I'm like, I didn't fall, but I was ready to fucking sock somebody.
I've had people like turn around like ready to fight, and once they notice it was me, they're like, "Oh, never
I've
mind."
seen when
Like,
people grab people's backpacks and fucking pull them down
fucking
by it.
yeah.
Dude, that shit was intense because I'm like, bro, y'all wildin'.
The only time I remember, like, and it stuck to me because I caused this girl to fucking fall. Basically, this like really like skinny girl, like she was extra skinny, basically.
She was
And
petite.
yeah, and she had to run from one side of the basketball court to the other side. So as she's running like both sides of the court, you have to throw a ball and not let that team get across.
Kind of like dodgeball.
Yeah, and everybody had already thrown the ball, and she had nobody else had a ball other than me. And like, she felt good about herself. She's like, "Oh hell yeah, like I'm gonna run through this bitch like nothing, you know?" So she starts fucking dipping, and out of nowhere, like I was going to hit her like leg, and it hit her in like the back leg. So when she went to take the step, like she basically tripped on herself, and like she ate shit so fucking hard. Like her elbows had fucking burns, her knees were burnt from the fucking floor and shit. Like, this is middle school.
Kids were allowed to play this game. Like, that ball could have rolled under her leg and she would have her ankle
like,
or some shit.
And I felt so bad because like the way she felt, like it was like a loud ass fucking putazo in the gym, and she slid. Yeah, like people were laughing, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing, and I kind of felt good because I was like, dude, like that's the one time in a fucking million kind of shot right there. Like, hold on. But then once I seen like she got up and she kind of like started tearing up because like her kneecaps were all burnt, like bleeding burnt, and I was like, oh fuck, like.
You're a dick.
I know, like I didn't do it.
Imagine somebody would have done that to me.
Well, no, I didn't do it purposely, you know, like I did
But
it.
you laughed.
There's times where like I fell in front of people, and like, don't get me wrong, like I didn't feel bad about it, or like, yeah,
embarrassed, you mean?
No, like I did feel embarrassed for a second, but it wasn't to the point where it's like I felt to the point where I had to cry or shit like that. Like, I've been pants in front of people, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, like,
ew,
you know. For our second people though,
our second couple,
sorry, the first guy, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know if you're gonna insert the clip,
We're gonna insert that clip.
but I asked him at first. I was like, "Hey, so what is one question?" And like before I could even get like
Before we even asked him the question to begin with, he's like, "I don't know, man. I'm on parole. I don't know if I could be doing this." I'm like, "Dude, like, what do you think we're gonna fucking ask you?" He's like, "Are you the feds?"
yeah, like he was over here acting all fucking like
Like, bro, what did you do that you think FBI is looking for your ass?
yeah,
right
and
now?
it was kind of like, bro, like you're just being so fucking extra, and it's like I understand you might be drunk, cause trust me, he seemed like he was either drunk or high as fuck for some reason. Like
You can do that when you're on parole
No.
or probation.
you can't, especially not public intoxication like that. But yeah,
Where we were at, there was like 4 cops right next to us, sir.
and it was kind of
Wrong
like
feds.
right. It was kind of like I didn't really want to get close to him just because of the fact that he was acting the way he was. But he was like, "Where's the cameras at?" Once I asked him,
Never had that happen, honestly, and I'm
At
surprised
all.
we haven't. He
um,
put it in a whole perspective for me.
once I asked him the question, he kind of like looked at his lady like up and down, and then he was like, "I just don't like her no more." I was like, "Damn, bro!" Like
That's ruthless, bro.
I asked him how long they had been together. He said like a year or two, and I was just kind of like, "Bro, you're just dragging it along just cause like." And even when me and my
It's
lady,
okay, fool. Somebody's already looked at your fucking girl's coochie. So if you ain't gonna do it, Jim Boy sure will.
when me and my lady basically seen him walking off, like you could see that he was just acting like a douche, like trying to be as far away from her as possible and shit like that. Was just kind of like, damn, bro, like might as well just call it a quits instead of dragging it. But you never know.
For his girl, it wasn't until I told my man what happened with her. I didn't know that the reason, because I've heard about people I've heard about people ripping no fuck sorry when we go ahead and talk about his girl, however, I didn't know until my man told me why dogs do this, because I knew dogs would go ahead and chew up like the coochie part of girls' pants or panties. I've heard about this, like this is a thing. I didn't know until you told me that it's because they liked our smell or hated it or some shit like that.
The smell that you guys give off to them is like it's basically attracting them to be like, oh yeah, I want that.
Oh my god.
Like,
And it's
it
like
really
it's not even
is.
just that, because on my period, like most of the times when we're on our periods too, dogs will go up and smell our coochies.
Because of the blood, because of the like you have to remember these dogs come from wolves, so it's a bloodlust that they have. And even when like
oh my gosh.
female dogs are in heat, or when they are actually like bleeding on their periods, because dogs do, they will go over there and smell and like try to be all over that.
You, sir, you could cause a STI for mama over here. Yeah, so when she said that, basically this dude, and that's just the dude that went to go up to her and have courtesy to let her know what was going on. Imagine how many other people had walked by or were like doing a set like across from her, and it's just like, honey, you didn't know your coochie was out? Like, how do you, that's what was like, no fucking way. Like, they're not, at one point you didn't feel like
Well,
coochie just slanging?
you have to remember, like, when you're at the gym, your body is already like hella warmed up,
Moist and stuff
and
too.
like the more you're working out, like the less you're really, especially if you're like listening to music, you're in your zone. So I feel like no, you wouldn't notice. Like even when I leave the room sometimes in the morning, like my dangling gets through my underwear and my fucking pajamas, and like the only reason I notice is like the coldness of it.
Okay.
Then I'm like, oh shit, like. But there's been times where like I haven't noticed it until like I'm already in the bathroom, which I have to walk through the fucking hallway. So it's like, oh, what the fuck, like, yeah. So I can't blame her for that, but that is hella fucking embarrassing. Like, I couldn't imagine being at the gym and having, especially like the opposite sex, go up to you and be like, hey, I can see your whole ooh-wah sticking out.
Okay.
Like, I can see your whole fucking, you know? Which is like,
Shout out to that
damn.
man though, because the fact that he had the balls to even go up there, like the courtesy, it's like, dude, not even a, if a girl seen that and didn't say shit,
Well,
I
mean,
can say that I'm a girl's girl, because bitch, that is definitely not a girl's girl.
I mean, if any guys like seen it and we're just not gonna say nothing just for the look of it, like, you're fucking disgusting. And
You're
like,
an asshole and a creep.
thanks for that guy, like going up there and whatever way he said it to her, hopefully it was like the most
He's already
least
treating her better
awkward.
than her man.
Honestly, like,
Honey, if you're listening to this, leave that man. Go for that
if
gym
you're
boy.
listening to this, go back to that gym real quick with them
Mhm.
Sem shorts, like. But yeah, that's just fucking weird. Like, the fact that it for her man to be like, I don't like you, and then some other person at the gym paying enough attention to that is like, what the fuck?
Just goes to show, men, there's always really somebody out there. Even if you don't even fucking, like, in the places that you would think least, which is like actually the gym is like where people think most.
The most.
Literally. So it's like, yeah. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and leave it at that with our final segment. Do you have anything else to say? Remember, guys, Christmas is coming. Actually, I hate to leave it on this bad note, but it has to be said. I don't even know how to put it in words, if we're being honest, but just ask anybody that's gone to UNLV or was there that day. Ask them how they're doing. Ask their family if they need anything. Pay them a visit. Make sure that they have somebody to talk to. Yeah, to whoever died, rest in peace. I'm not gonna go too into details with it because it's just like it's like, honestly, like,
It's so sad.
it's some of those
honestly
things where
is.
you just, you know, it happens, but once it happens somewhere so close to you or to you, it's just like, no, this shit really happens. Like, it's right here in front of you.
I feel like, again, not going into it so much, like, for our community, thankfully everybody is being really good about it and shit like that. I've heard a lot of stuff about it.
It hurt the community. Like, there's so many people that don't have shit to do with UNLV, and it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, you hurt not only the people that you physically hurt, but you hurt the community in a whole. You hurt the city in a whole for something so fucking stupid.
Not stupid, like so sinister. Don't get me wrong, you guys. December, like, I've told my lady so many times, December is like one of those months that I don't really like, and it's because a lot of, like,
favorite month. Like,
unfortunately,
dude,
like,
stuff like this happens on Christmas. Relax, people. Like,
yeah,
let's have a fucking holly jolly Christmas. Like, damn, y'all got me crying on Christmas.
like,
Y'all got people hurting on Christmas.
I feel so unfortunate that, like, whoever passes away during Christmas time and all the tragedies that happen during, like, the holidays and stuff, like, I feel so bad for the families, the kids within the families, like, even people in the UNLV, if they weren't in the tragedy or weren't there on campus that day, still reach out. Like, that's friends that had to go to the hospital, people that had panic attacks, people that had anxiety attacks within it. Like, you don't know the trauma and the actual mental instability that you feel, and, like, the unsafetyness that you
that
feel.
You'll go ahead and take with you probably for a long time, or
Yeah,
maybe
until
with
you're
help
there.
it can go away.
But you guys reach out. Like, it does hurt. Not to say that any of the other school shootings or anything else tragic, like my lady said, it sucks when it happens in your own town, and it sucks when it's so close to home.
Like, it puts you in, like, a reality check in a way, because, like, you hear about it, but it doesn't hurt as much. Like, if I don't mean that to sound rude, but it's like, you really don't know until you're in that position. Like, like I said, it's a reality check for everybody.
It really is. And, like, me personally, I don't know nobody from UNLV or anything, and I told my coworker, knowing that his family, like, has people there, I was like, dude, like, make sure your family are alright, make sure your guys are okay. I even felt sadness because my little cousin, this is the first year that anybody within the family of cousins actually goes to college, and I felt like, don't get me wrong, to this day I feel so fucking terrified, even though it's a good college, it's a Mormon college and all. Like,
not even just
shit
that,
happens
kids in the elementary
anywhere.
schools, middle schools, like, it's like nowhere is safe. But I wanted to say this, and I don't know if this is bad. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm using you guys or anything like that. I just don't know what else I can really do. So if you guys want to go ahead and either send a DM, comment down below, or just like put something in the Google Forms, whether or not you want it to be read or just want it to let shit off your chest. There's a confession or like a little 2 cents part. Like, if you want to talk about what you went through and just get it off your chest, or give something of your experience, we could either let it, if you would want it to be on here, I will go ahead and put it on here for you. If you don't and you would just want a response from us to be somebody that can comfort you, let us know. But that option is there. If there's any other way that you think that we can help, just let us know. Like, neither one of us really know anybody there, or any of that. So yeah, other than that, we do give out our condolences, and sorry again for ending this episode. Like, I didn't want to start it with this, but we for sure have to talk about it. Yeah, so okay. With that being said, I feel so fucked up for giving out my outro now after this. Sorry, guys. Okay. With that being said, though, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, ring-a-ding-ding that bell. Another thing, if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please rate this show 5 stars. Go to that Google form and drop all the shit that you need to drop. Guys, it's anonymous. We still have never had a submission. We're 30-something episodes in already.
32.
Come on, 34, I think
34, yeah, I think.
Come on, guys, please. Just 2 sentences. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Please. Okay. Other than that, questions on the Spotify that you could answer as well, 100% anonymous. Other than that, this is Ale, your host from Sin Vergüenza.
And this is your co-host.
Honey, we have not given you that title yet. We don't know if, guys, I'm not saying Savannah will come back, but I'm just saying there's space, you know? Right now, Mr. Anonymous, sorry, gotta, knock it down a bit. We're not giving you the co-host level yet, guys.
This is me.
We'll give you co-host right now. Fine.
This is me, at least.
It's your Christmas present. We'll go ahead and you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and crown Mr. Anonymous our co-host for right now, and the first one, I guess. Sorry, I shut your shit down really quick.
Honestly.
They're gonna be like, this ungrateful bitch.
Don't worry, you guys. We'll see what Christmas brings around. Ain't gonna be nothing but coal in this house, I think.
Okay, guys. Make sure you're naughty. Oh, wait. Make sure you're nice. Make sure you're nice, but if you want to get naughty, fuck it.
Make sure you're nice, but if you're naughty, make sure the big man don't see it.
Which big man?
Both of them.
Period. Ooh, okay, guys. Before I get too tricky here. All right. Peace out, bitches.
Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio.